Hello, my name is John Avila, and welcome to another segment of War Stories. War Stories is a show about formerly incarcerated individuals who have made a positive change in their life and are getting active in their community. This is my good friend Gordie. He was actually my first interview on War Stories, so I'm excited to have him back. Last time we spoke about your suicide awareness event that you did for your brother.
Yeah.
This is the first time I met you. You've taken it a step forward and you started a foundation called the Silent Foundation,
Yes.
named after your brother. Tell us a little bit about that with the turkey drives and the haircuts you do for kids.
Well, I just started reaching out to the community, doing something different, trying to find my way because I was like, the last time I was here, I was going through a major depression.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I was either let the depression eat me up or find a way to get over that and put my depression into something positive instead of, I could have been the same place where my brother is today, but I planned on just finding myself, hitting different areas. I was going to get into the suicide awareness event, but it has its ups and downs. So I chose to start the Silent Foundation, doing the turkey drives and giving turkeys back to the community because my brother lost his life on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? So the only right way to do it is give out turkeys, see smiles on people's faces, the less fortunate, and any way we could help. And, and that's where that started being created. I did one last year. And then this is the second time I gave out to Chandler and South Phoenix, and I'm blessed by the people around me that supported me through the whole thing, like the Martin brothers family and stuff like that. Plus all the lowrider community that showed up and gave us that pretty much structure around me and to keep on going. So and not only that, there's even people in the music scene that been a blessing to me and coming up and pushing me and hey, go, we're rooting for me. So it's just like when you see a lot of structure, like, hey, they see that, there's something there that's gonna wake up Arizona and wake up the whole culture of what we're here for on this earth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're making a positive difference in the community for a good cause.
Yes.
With your brother, and that you're making a lasting impression.
Yeah.
And your brother's name's living on.
Yeah.
This foundation, which is awesome. Now, this story is about people that were in prison and have got out and made a positive change. Briefly, tell us about your time in prison.
Man, it's been a minute, man. So it just kind of, that's like, it was a step forward to becoming a man when I stepped into them walls. Understanding that my mom and my dad ain't gonna be there to save me no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all my wrongdoings in life, it's all upon me now, you know what I mean? So there's nobody that's gonna change it but yourself. And it's up to you. Once you hit the gates, are you gonna come back the same man that you were that day? Or you're gonna come out and start doing something for yourself because nobody's gonna pick you up but yourself.
Yeah, and a lot of people come out worse.
Yeah.
It's a big difference between coming out and just continuing that life or choosing that fork in the road where, hey, I'm done with this and I'm gonna change. You're also an artist. You put together some amazing events in the lowrider and hip hop community.
Yeah.
What separates your events from others out there?
Me, I do it for the heart, out of the heart. You know what I'm saying? I've never been the one to want to shine, be shining. I'm not a promoter. I'm nothing like that. I just like to see the youngsters have somewhere to be. You know what I mean? Like you see these youngsters in the streets, they're wilding out because nobody wants to give them that squalene that they need. Like, hey, little brother, like it ain't all about going out there doing drive-bys, shooting at people, getting locked up.
Yeah.
Let's get together and let's, all this beef that's going on in the streets shouldn't be happening. We should be united and doing something for our community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're breaking, instead of doing it for our community, we're breaking it apart. We're breaking our structure where now the cops are looking at us back just how they did in the 90s. They're looking at like, well, these dudes don't know how to act. So they're going to start doing the same thing they did then, pulling us over just because they see a brown vato driving around, the neighborhood, or, you know what I mean? And then there's kids, you got kids now, that we got to look after, you know what I'm saying? So, everybody failed because everybody was more about themselves instead of looking at the youth.
Yeah.
The youth needs us right now. We need to step up and do what we need to do for them.
That's one thing that I did see that was different from back in the day. The just the scene back in the day, it was all about the gangster stuff.
Yeah.
And now at your events, I seen people bringing their families. They're bringing their kids. They're bringing lawn chairs. They're hanging out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're getting the designated driver.
Yeah, and it's just like bringing people from different neighborhoods all into one area.
That's another thing.
And it was like, wow, I was expecting something to happen. But the thing is, when you have a good energy and putting it towards these, like, hey, everybody, you know what I mean? And now I see these artists, now they're networking, they're coming together, they're doing songs together, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool. I love seeing that. I want to see Arizona rise up and
the growth,
and and become something. Don't throw it away. You got an opportunity, run for it.
Yeah,
run for it. Run for it. The only one that's going to hold you back is yourself.
Yeah.
So you got to run forward. When you see that opportunity, that door open, run and get it.
Yeah, exactly. And that leads me into my next question. You've been out 13 years, bro. How does that sound?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Did you ever think, that it'd be 13 years,
No, it's just, I never thought I was going to make it this far.
Yeah.
Even before, I didn't know I was gonna make it to 18. I didn't know I was gonna make it to what, I ain't gonna say my age, but my age. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I didn't think I was gonna make it to till today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed to have my family, my wife, my kids, a home. You know what I mean? That I could call my own. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, anybody could change, bro. It's up to the person, bro. Like, I changed my life. Anybody can.
Exactly.
Because I'm not the best man out here, bro. I've never been the best in anything I do. I would never say that word because it holds me back from going to the next step. You know what I'm saying? Once you say you're the best, once you say you're the best, brother, in anything you do, that's all you got.
Yeah.
What's after the best? Nothing. So you like, people always say that the best. That ain't right.
Yeah, exactly. And you're an amazing father. I will see you with your kids, your wife. You guys are always together. You're a good family man. What helped you break the chains or the cycle of going back to prison? And what advice would you give someone else that just got out, that's trying to do positive?
Just circle yourself, like get yourself around positive people, bro. Like, it's not gonna happen right away. You gotta go find them. You know what I mean? That's why rap scene, lowrider scene, different things I've been trying to do and trying to pick all positive people that ain't about themselves and about our people's growth. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta keep on finding it. It took me years to figure that out, because when I got out, I was fighting every day, every weekend, whatever. Every time we went out, my anger was a big part of it. The way I let my anger get involved in things that shouldn't have, that was my problem.
Escalated.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and that was my problem. Now I just try to avoid every fight, everything I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather not mess with this guy. Move over,
to not get involved in stuff like that than it is.
Don't put yourself in that position.
Yeah, exactly.
If you feel like that's the only way to avoid it, hey, move the other route. You don't have to be right there shaking the homeboy's hand or anything like that. Hey, you feel like this is gonna get you in trouble, move out the way. Don't even go. You know what I mean? Like, don't put yourself in that position. We put ourselves in that position because we're there.
No, a lot of times, and then you're forced to do something.
Yeah.
What's in store for Gordie in the next? What are your short-term and long-term goals you have?
My goal is to keep my brother's name alive, his legacy and keep on building it. You know what I'm saying? And building to different communities, bro. I wanna feed all Arizona, man. I wanna make sure Thanksgiving is a big old thing, like big party. You know what I mean? Seeing everybody with like their energy just positive instead of down. Because I could be down on Thanksgiving, bro, but I do it because I don't want to feel that way. I
Exactly.
want to see my mom happy. I want to see my sister happy. You know what I mean? I want to see everybody happy, his kids happy once they come back around, brother. You know what I mean?
sure.
And it's hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's hard, but got to keep on moving. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
in honor of his name, and keep on having these other youth, like see the youth actually adapt and start jumping on like a spider with babies. They all leech on and they all move together. You know
And
what I'm saying?
even though it's the second year, I've seen you grow, and it's awesome to see that. And more respect to you for what you're doing. How many turkeys did you give out this year?
I give there was like 100 and I think about 170, 180 in Chandler. 160 to 70 in South Phoenix. I also donated some to Avondale out there. Made sure that they got blessed, and just to create it for next year. You know what I mean? It's all of power moves that we all coming together with Gmo and Fee from Avondale and Shine, and putting things together for it, for the long run.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's not just one person that does this. You have a team, and
Creating.
Who are you working with? And yeah, do you give shouts out?
I'm working out, man. Like shout out to my boss. You know what I mean? They started with me, and he helped me build because he's seen that this meant a lot to me. So he's behind me on what I'm doing positive in the community. So he blessed me, and Vinny from Malumente, and Young Fee. There's a lot of lowrider car clubs out there that show me love, and I don't want to sit there and put all their names out there. You know what I mean? And I just want to, thank all the clubs out there that are doing positive things in the community, man. And we just want to keep on moving for next year and making it big, and I hope, things get better within the lowrider community because there's a lot of separation right now.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah. I mean, ever since I met you, you've been on some positive stuff, and yeah, it's just it's good to see, and I'm glad to have you back and doing this other interview. It's been over 2 years since our first one, so you've shown a lot of growth, and it's good to see.
Yeah, been running for a minute now.
That's our story, you guys. I appreciate you guys joining. Hope you like this interview with Gordie. Shout out to Latino USA TV and the whole crew. Hopefully we'll have you guys back again soon. Thank you.